All right, here we go again, y'all. So, Jesus, how many times have we covered this Bill Burr thing? Maybe 3 times, something like that, where he decided, I'm going to take some Saudi Arabian blood money from the government, and I'm going to go do this comedy show, this Riyadh Comedy Festival. He got paid probably $1.6 million, but definitely over $1 million for sure. And he's been going around defending this. He's been going around arguing that, like, well, if anything, I'm a free speech hero because I'm going to this place and making them more in favor of free speech. This is what he's saying. I'm not kidding about it. And his audience is not fucking buying it. Much to their credit, literally everybody across. I mean, I literally couldn't find a single positive comment in his comment section in the video where he tries to defend himself. So now we're at what? He's tripling down, quadrupling down maybe on taking this Saudi blood money. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it's actually getting worse by the day. It is somehow getting worse by the day. There is zero self-reflection. There is zero self-criticism. There is zero steel manning of what his own fans are saying to him. He literally is just, saying that everybody who disagrees with me is a bot. And this is dishonest and they're liars. And even after now, like, again, this is like the second or third time straight that his fans were like, hey, man, we really fucking hate this and you're really being dishonest. He doesn't care. So now here he is, digging his hole even deeper.
It's going okay for me. How's it going with you?
Oh, it's been a great week. It's been fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You've been in the news.
I should say here he is with Conan O'Brien. He was doing some podcast with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. I think the general consensus is how dare you go to that place and make those oppressed people laugh, you fucking piece of shit.
The people he was doing the show for are not the oppressed people. They are the oppressors. The 8,000 people who were there are the ones who are wealthy and connected with the regime. So you're performing for the oppressors. As he already admitted, because he said at one point, well, the royalty was in the front row. This is desperate from Bill. This is desperate.
Maybe went to that place I can't find on a map, and this bot said I was upset about it, so now I am.
Now, let's paint a picture here.
It's one thing to wear clothes made by sweatshop labor. It's quite another to go to the factory and make them laugh.
I think he's trying to hypocrisy burn his followers by saying, well, your clothes are made by sweatshop labor and you're not walking around naked. Therefore, you're just as big of a sellout as me. I mean, that's embarrassing. First of all, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. So, like, everybody has shit that's made with a bad supply line. But, like, that's not, we need to reform the system. You can't just, like, individual choice your way out of the bad stuff, right? Like this, what immense coat for the guy who took $1.6 million of blood money from a regime that jails people for tweets, assassinated a journalist and chopped him up with a bone saw, did a genocide in Yemen, funded 9/11. I mean, this is incredible.
I can't believe...
By the way, I'm convinced this is fake laughter. Whoever's laughing into that microphone to, I guess, Conan's co-host or something, fake laughter.
How much anger I had about this issue after it went viral.
So you're here to apologize?
No, not at all. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've had as a comedian. It was incredible. And what was the best part is my whole life is I've been paranoid about the news. Like, I watch the news and I always go like, this doesn't feels like they're moving stuff around, they're shifting it. So to actually kind of be in the middle of one of those stories and actually confirm it and watching them lying their ass off saying there was no women there, which was a lie. It was just great to be at home. Like, I fucking knew it. I knew they were lying.
All right.
This is so dishonest because what he's doing is he was fishing for examples of people who criticize him but got something factually wrong. And he found like 1 or 2 people that said things that were incorrect. Like somebody said, I guess there were no women there. And now he's pretending like everybody criticizing him is criticizing him because of that. And it's like, no, people are criticizing you because there was a time when you said about Beyonce, doing a performance for Gaddafi's son or something and making $1 million. Like, how much fucking money do you need? This is totally selling out. Like, this is totally selling out. Like, if the fucking Gestapo had paid you $1 million, you would have performed in Germany in 1940, right? Like, that's the argument. And then he goes and does the same fucking thing and lies about it and pretends like, oh, I'm just doing it for the citizens of Saudi Arabia. No, you're not. If this was some upstart comedy club and they scraped together $50,000 to try to get you to come over and you did it, that's a different story. This is you directly getting paid by the criminals, by the theocrats, by the authoritarians, by the dictators, right? By the people who are bone-sawing journalists, by the people who did a genocide in Yemen. Like, this is what it is. By the people who have slaves. They have slaves, and you took $1.6 million from them. Jesus.
It's not all right. It's really fucked up that they do that.
You sound like anyone's uncle yelling at the TV. but in the best way. Let me
Low-key, it sounds like Conan like sort of disagrees with him too.
lay this out. Let's lay it out for anyone who isn't initiated.
Lay it out, man.
Let's lay it out, man.
We got fucking 8-track tape here. Why didn't you turn into something?
It's just so try-hard. Bill Burr always struck me as like sort of effortlessly funny, like just a innately funny guy. This feels to me like so fucking try-hard. Like he knows he's wrong, but he's desperately trying to like stay energetic and on it and like funny.
Well, I just want to lay it out. I never like to assume everybody's on the same page, you know.
Yeah, we'll do a bump on the
You
console.
went to Riyadh. There's a comedy festival they had in Riyadh, and you went with a bunch of other people. Yes, a bunch of comedians.
Yes, we went there, and I was scared shitless.
Were you scared before you went?
100%. Because I had the same idea, that part of the world, as everybody else. I thought I was going to go there. There was going to be a bunch of people dressed like Yasser Arafat, shooting machine guns in the air, going, "That's to America! There's one! Cut his fucking head off!" Oh my God. So I land in Bahrain.
By the way, you're going to see, as he accuses his audience of being bigoted for having a double standard when it comes to brown people, listen to what he just said there. Like, you had a super bigoted perception of what apparently everybody in Saudi Arabia is like.
And I'm going through customs, and the dude's standing there. He goes, "What are you doing over here?" I go, "I'm a comedian. We went to Bahrain first." And I go, "Yeah, I'm a comedian from America." He goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "You think we're all over here waiting to cut your head off?" He literally said that. And I had to be like, no, I didn't. If I was more comfortable, I would have been. And you thought I would be 600 pounds with camouflage Crocs coming in here, waiting to eat I don't know what. So we're going into Saudi Arabia. Now we're flying over there, and all I'm seeing is sand and like the highways. It literally looks like the footage whenever they show right before a military strike. Yeah, I'm fucking nervous, right? So we go there, and everybody's like, "Cool, right? Hey, how you doing?" Talking, and it's just fucking normal, sort of, right? And we was in the round. First of all, the great thing about the festival was the people that put it together. When they first said that they wanted a comedy festival over there, they said, "Okay, what is your restrictions with speech?" And they had this whole long list. And the promoters were just like, "All right, well, when we can't, you guys aren't ready for stand-up comedy yet." And to their credit, they said, "All right, what do we got to do?" And they basically whittled it all the way down to you couldn't talk about any religion, theirs, yours, anybody else's, and you couldn't make fun of the royals. That was it. Now, I know a lot of people are like, "Well, that's fucked up, man." It's like, well, they just progressed the ball like 10 yards, and it was amazing.
That is such unbelievable cope. Holy shit. Imagine there's some like MAGA comedy festival, and they invite Bill Burr, and they say, "Look, but you're allowed to talk about anything except Christianity and Trump and his family. So you could criticize anything except those things." But he'd be like, "Hey man, they were all about free speech, only had a couple exceptions, bro."
We get there, it's like in the round, and I'm waiting to go on, and everybody in the crowd is dressed like fucking Yasser Arafat, right? And I'm sitting there going like, "Am I good?" And they go, "Just to let you know, the front row is diplomats." And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck are they doing?" I already have dry mouth going, "Well, why did I say yes to this?" And then the Royals were like up in the box, but everybody else was like regular. So I'm waiting to go on. It was in the round. It was like 8,000 people. And I was like nervous and shit. And right before I went on, this guy yells out, dressed in that whole dish dash thing. He goes, "Hey, Bill Burr, I love you. Kick ass, man." And I was just like, what? I can't believe this guy knows who I am. And I went on stage and like, I don't know. I just started doing my shit and they were laughing, and I was doing stuff about relationships, and they were laughing. I said, "I kind of noticed the chicks over here, the hot ones, they wear the veil a little bit lower." And that got a huge laugh.
So they're laughing at
They
it.
are laughing, and then I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do the joining a gay gym joke with the dudes sucking each other's dicks in the steam room." So I get halfway through it, and the monitor goes out, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, am I gonna get arrested?" And it ended up coming back on, but like, I really have to tell
Were
you.
they trying to edit you in that moment, or you think it was just
No,
an
they
accident?
didn't. No, it was just, it just.
I love how you say the gay gym joke, like, you all know.
Oh yeah, no. What was so great about it was the people there. You could feel it, like they needed it, they wanted it, and they wanted you to push. And that's what the comics did. And your job was to just, okay, we've gotten them to here. Now you can move them to there. And it's like, as much as people don't like
Oh, you're such a hero. You're such a hero, Bill.
what's going on over there, it's like they're not going to progress with isolation. So if you go over there and you just sort of like move them a little bit towards us, I don't know. I feel like we're moving towards them in a lot of ways over here, Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, we're fucking grabbing moms and dads and sticking them in a van for making illegally made fucking tacos to go to Alligator Alcatraz.
No, we're not doing this, Bill. We're not doing this. You don't get to fucking virtue signal about how you're against Trump and his authoritarian bullshit and his concentration camps and all and his ICE Gestapo thugs. At the same time, you just took $1.6 million from some of the biggest fucking genocidal criminals on the planet, right? Like if you took $1.6 million from Netanyahu, yeah, it would ring hollow, wouldn't it? It's the same fucking thing for Saudi Arabia. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's insane. And someday they're going to be out of brown people to put in those vans. They're still going to have the vans, so you shouldn't be feeling comfortable about it, thinking that you're not going to be in it. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So, and I will say this. I do have to say this because one of the people that got the most amount of shit, and I'm not going to say any comedians' names because of all of these sanctimonious cunts out there that are just, who don't really sincerely give a shit. I don't know what it is. Their parents didn't.
I love how, as he's being the most sanctimonious prick on the planet, he's pretending like we are for wanting to uphold literally the most basic moral standards and integrity, right? Just the most basic shit. Like, don't get paid off by Adolf Hitler. Tee-hee-hee. You fucking virtue-signaling sanctimonious cunt.
Like, they go after your wife. It's like, she didn't open for me. Like, I don't understand.
This is also bullshit, because like 99.9% of his own fans were disagreeing with him, and they weren't going after his wife. Sure, some right-wing hacks probably hopped on the bandwagon because they would use any argument to attack Bill Burr. But your own fans, who don't go after your wife, were like, hey, this was fucked up.
You're talking about online hate.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Do you read that stuff?
Dude, I haven't been online for like a month. I finally viewed the internet the way I viewed drinking towards the end, where I was just like, I don't want to be doing this, but I'm doing it every day, and this doesn't feel good.
Right.
So, but what sucks is you can't be off the internet because people just keep texting you, hey, just checking in to see how you're doing. And I'm like, kind of doing fine, man. I'm sitting here eating a sandwich. So, no, but one of the comics over there, openly gay, went over there and just did her fucking act. And she was in the middle of her act, and two of the diplomats got up, and she said to him, what are you guys going to go get on Grindr? Dude, 33 years of comedy, that's the biggest balls of anything I've ever seen. Yeah, dude, and her own fucking people were like, not all of them, but like hardcore psycho gays were going after her. Fucking lunatics, man. It was. Listen, what went going on over there was a super positive thing. If you...
Oh my God, this is such cope. Holy shit. By the way, didn't this woman, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but didn't this comedian end up apologizing and basically like donating all the money because she realized like, what am I doing? I'm getting a fucking payday. Who knows how much you got paid? Let's say 500 grand. I'm getting 500 grand from the same people who are killing gay people simply for being gay, right? And I feel comfortable fucking, doing a little jig for them, doing some little tap dance for them. You like this, Massa? That's you feel comfortable doing. It's like, no, there's probably, if this is the same woman, I know somebody apologized and gave the money back. I think this was her. Well, that's why she did that, right? It's not, the people criticizing her were correct, and she realized that, apparently.
Actually give a fuck about those people and how they're living over there, there's going to have to be these types of things to kind of pull them in. And I will tell you, the Cheesecake Factory in Riyadh, man, it's incredible. It's right next.
He keeps conflating. He keeps pretending like it's these people who are paying him. None of them paid you. It was literally the genocidal war criminal who paid you. That's the difference. Again, if you were at a startup comedy club and they scraped together 50 grand and sent it to you and then you went and performed, that's different. Nobody would be saying this. But this is not that.
To the Pizza Hut and the KFC, and if you want a pair of Timberlands, it's across the street next to the Marriott Caddy Corner.
I don't know why he thinks this is a good bit. Like, oh, American companies. It's like, okay, and?
To the fucking Hilton. But that's all fine. That's all fine. I love how there was no outrage, too.
No, actually, it's not. I think most people who realize Saudi Arabia did 9/11, and they have slaves, and they fucking, kill people for apostasy. They kill people for witchcraft. They did a genocide in Yemen. People who look at this, they go, yeah, I kind of wouldn't like to be buddy-buddy with them, actually.
The Canelo-Alvarez fight, the fucking head dude is sitting right there, but everybody wet their beak on that one, so nobody was upset. And that's the thing about being a comedian, is you're an independent contractor. There's no ad money tied to you, so everybody can just, they release the bots so they can just keep it going. And
did you know?
I am happy that
did you have an inkling before you went to Riyadh? Did you or the other comedians have any sense that there'd be this kind of response when you got back?
No, I had no fucking idea. Because it was funny. One time I did Abu Dhabi, and one person texted me, "Oh, you're going over there to get that blood money, right?" And I go, "Hey, just for the record, I'm also doing London, England on that tour. Which is arguably the bloodiest fucking money out there. So there's like that."
This is how you know he's being so dishonest, because when he went to London, England, he wasn't being paid by the government of England. The UK wasn't paying him. It's not the government. No, it's some fucking comedy club there, and you're getting paid at the door from the tickets and shit. That's totally different. What? I gotta calm down, because it's obtuse on purpose. He's lying. He knows he's lying. It's not even like he thinks this argument is valid. He knows it's a bullshit argument, but he's trying to confuse you by making it. Like, all governments have done bad things, and I went to this country, and you didn't say anything. Well, yeah, because it wasn't the person who literally was committing the war crimes who was paying you directly.
Element of racism to it, where if brown people are doing it, it's fucked up. If white people are doing it, what are you talking about,
So now you're racist if you're against him taking $1.6 million from, the genocidal war criminals in Saudi Arabia. He is so cooked. Like, this is so, honestly, I said this early on, but if after he did this, he just sort of you know, it was sort of a mea culpa of like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I fucked up. I really shouldn't have taken the money, but it was a lot of fucking money, so I said yes to it. And, but yeah, Saudi Arabia is fucked up, and I see now that I was part of comedy washing their atrocities, and, my bad. I shouldn't have done that. I fucked up, but the money's good, right? If he said that, I honestly think most of his fans could have gotten over it. But with the doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, and now accusing your own fans of being racist for having basic moral values, I mean, this is as low as it gets.
Almost like sports. So, yeah, my team doesn't cheat. Your fucking team cheats. So, I mean, if we're going to do the blood money game, I think the only countries I've ever played in that is clean money was New Zealand and I think Iceland. But then Iceland is weird, where over there they have an app, a dating app that doesn't say, you know, if you're related, it's how. Because they're all part of the same thing over there. It's true.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's fucking true.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. Oh, now he's going after Iceland. Now I'm really upset with that place. I don't really quite know where it is next to England. Is that it? No, that's Ireland. That's Isle of Man. That's fucking Iceland. So, no, I'm part of I don't give a fuck what all these phony fucking people are saying. My thing is...
Yeah, I'm sure you don't, which is why you're now addressing it for, what, a fourth time? And coming up with pathetically desperate arguments?
I go out to perform in front of fucking people, and like as I've been traveling the world, I want to see more of it. And the thing that I loved about going to these Arab countries is that their sense of humor, they're silly. They're really silly. And I'm a silly person, and like Anchorman type of shit. But like they don't fucking show that over here. So
unbelievable, man. Just so dishonest, so gross. Smearing his own fans, accusing his own fans of racism for having a basic moral compass. He understands. He knows he fucked up, but he's refusing to let that out publicly. Because again, if you said to him, "Hey, you're taking money from," would you take 1.6 million from Netanyahu as he's doing a genocide? He would say no. That's gross. Well, again, Saudi Arabia did a genocide too in Yemen, and it was not that long ago. And he's taking money from the person who did that. So it's just like, he knows it's fucked up, but he's refusing to admit it. And like, I never thought I'd think of Bill Burr as somebody who's actively dishonest. He could be wrong, but I never would have thought that he's actually dishonest. Well, it turns out he is. And that's disturbing. So do me a favor and just shut the fuck up. Because he just undermined everything he's ever said, right? Like, I don't want to hear your anti-billionaire rants when you're snuggling up to a fucking trillionaire, right? I don't want to hear your virtue signaling about whatever left-wing policy you support here because, you know, if you're actually left-wing, you wouldn't be taking blood money from a dictator and then lying about it. So, hope you had fun torching your reputation, because that's definitely what you did. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.